Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flag.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. These two teams squaring off here in Week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd and 11 now. Goff being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Goff. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On second and 11 now. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. You tighten up.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Watch the twitch. Take 4, take 4.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Tight right. We got 3. 20. 24 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, remember, last year in Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game. You know, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach, Ron Rivera, told the media, that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. And each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. A run with Gurley there on first down, going to get about 4 yards. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. Dancing to his left. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Great.
On second down and 4. Newton, he'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Come on. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. And we got
On second and 12, Newton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Tighten down. There you go.
Goff. They'll roll him out right. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the pass.
From the gun, here's Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted on stay, baby. Yeah.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there. And just to clarify, it is not 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen, and mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Watch the tight dog.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 33 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. He finds an opening past the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd and 5. Again, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Again they run with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You've got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Newton on 1st down. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
What ain't it? I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 43. Check 50. Check 50.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
It's going to be a long day. Watch twist.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Steps away to his left. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 20. Check. Lucky. Check 99. Check 99. I get it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? Great.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What we got?
And the blitz does come. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Carolina, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass.